So, good morning, my dear students. Again, this is the third session of the second chapter of science, which is the first part of biology, fundamentals of life. Okay, so we discussed about the fundamentals of our life, and we came to a conclusion. Not only we, years before, lots of scientists also came to the conclusion that the fundamental unit of life is nothing but cell. Okay, it is the fundamental unit of life. So we studied about different types of cells, plant cells and animal cells. So in last class I already told that this chapter is basically regarding the study of the cells. Okay, so a plant cell, it will look like a bit like this. Okay, this is a plant cell, and an animal cell will be mostly like this. So these are the two types of cells which we need to study in this chapter. The first part is not that much important. Okay, it's only an introduction towards this cells and all. Anyway, one mark questions will come from that part. But basically, these 3 or 4 mark questions are draw the structure of the cell, mainly animal or plant. Both are as important as each other. So in the next part, what we yesterday we already discussed about the different parts of a cell, but let us come to a conclusion regarding what are the functions of each parts. We have a cytoplasm. Here is the chloroplast, which can be seen only in plant cells. There is no chloroplast in animal cells. Ribosomes, mitochondria, cell wall, adjacent cell wall, plasma membranes are there, nuclear envelopes are there, the Golgi apparatus, nucleus also is there, chloroplast again in plant cell, rough rough endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So these are the different parts of these cells. Okay, when we study all these, the working of all these parts, the chapter is finished. We will try to finish it today. So the first one is the plasma membrane. Okay, the outer membrane of the shell. Like human being, not cell. Like human being, there is no holes in the outer part of a cell. Okay, in the case of human beings, for inhaling air and to eat food, we have holes called as nose and mouth. At the same time, for the excretion purpose or the ejection purpose of waste from our body, we have our anus and urethra. Okay, so these types of organs are not present in a particular cell. So this, where is my plasma membrane? So this plasma membrane or the cell membrane, which is the outermost layer of the cell, it is a particular membrane which transports these required oxygen, carbon dioxide and water into the cell. Okay, it will supply inside and outside also, and that process of transfer of carbon dioxide, oxygen and also in some case water, it is called as diffusion. In last chapter you already studied about diffusion. Okay, come, let us go to the diffusion. Okay, so that's plasma membrane. If we make a close look, it will look like this. Okay, plasma membrane. Let us see diffusion. So diffusion is nothing the movement of substance from a region of higher concentration to lower concentration. When the oxygen content of a cell becomes very less, so what will happen? Diffusion will happen. It will absorb oxygen from outside, and this plasma membrane is the membrane which passes this oxygen inside or outside. At the same time, carbon dioxide inside or outside. At the same time, water inside or outside. That membrane is called as the plasma membrane. But at the same time, the transfer of oxygen and carbon dioxide, we can say it as diffusion. But one more process is there. It is called as osmosis. Okay. If water is passed through plasma membrane, which is also called as a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, semi-permeable membrane. It's not a stern membrane. It allows particles to move here and there, like the membrane of a common egg. We have egg. Do you eat egg? When the egg breaks, have you seen a small skin-like thing? Not the outer shell or not the inner, that fluid. In between there is a small thin skin. That membrane, like that membrane, is called as semi-permeable membrane or plasma membrane. So osmosis is the passage of water from a region of high water concentration to a region of low water concentration. So this semi-permeable membrane does not have any hole. Okay, it does not have any hole, but it allows the passage of water from one place to another. So not one place to another, from highly concentrated place to low concentrated places. Okay, if a cell is placed in medium which has lower water concentration, then cells are hypotonic. Then the cell will gain water. This is called osmosis. Let's leave it. That's a wrong explanation. What we need is this one. The absorption of water from soil by plant roots take place by osmosis. Okay, this is another example for osmosis. Okay, so the water, you know already that the roots of the plants, they will absorb the water from the soil. That particular method is also because of this osmosis. Okay, here what we can say, some of these solutions are there. Particularly 3 types of solutions are there. It is like isotonic solution is something like that. Okay, other 2 types of hypotonic solution, isotonic solution, and one more type of solution was there. Where is it? I just will check all those things. Okay, anyway, these 3 types of solution I will tell. In the first case, cell is placed in a medium, cell wall swell up. Okay, when the concentration of water is more in outside than the cell. Anyway, cell also has a lots of water inside. When the concentration is very very high, the water will be absorbed by the cell and it will swell up. It will become bigger. Such solution is called as hypotonic solution. Okay, hypotonic solution. But in the same case, the concentration of water is less. The concentration of water is less, and concentration of water is less outside, and the concentration of water is very high inside the cell. In such case, cell will give out water. At the same time, the cell will start sinking. Such solution is called as hypertonic. Okay, here hypotonic, here hypertonic. Hypertonic means cell has more concentration. Hypotonic means the outside medium has more concentration. But in the case of isotonic solution, what will happen? If the concentration of outside and inside the cell is similar, such solution is called as isotonic solution. So here what will happen? Yes, nothing will happen. The water won't pass inside the cell, and water won't absorb out of the cell also. So these are some of the examples of osmosis. Leave it in question answers. You will study osmosis. Okay. So the first one, cell membrane. I think it is very clear what is the function of a cell membrane. Okay. You can see this in our animal cell also. Where is our animal cell? See. So this one is the cell membrane. In plant cell also we can see what is the cell membrane. See. So this one is the plasma membrane or cell membrane. Plasma membrane is another name for the cell membrane. See. This layer is called, okay, this layer is called the plasma membrane. And one more thing is their cell wall. In the case of animal cell, we cannot see a cell wall. Animal cells, this small layer is not there. Only this layer which joins the cytoplasm we can see in animal cell. Plant cell, you know that plants are more denser than the living things, isn't it? Human beings and all. Am I right or not? That's why this plant cell has this type of thing. Okay, this is a cell wall. In animals, we cannot see this cell wall. So we can go to the next part. What is this? This cell wall. Same thing. Cell wall means a rigid outer covering outside plasma membrane is called cell wall. It is found mainly in fungus, bacteria, and some plant cells. And some plant cells, not all plant cells. Okay, in plant cells, wall is made up of cellulose. That's why it has a rigid form. Okay, you know that the plants are more stronger. A piece of wood or our hand is stronger. Of course, a piece of wood is stronger. It is because the presence of cell wall in each and every plant cells. Next one, we can see the vacuoles. There is small vacuoles are there inside the cell. What is their function? Storage of solids and liquid materials. Vacuoles are large and numerous in plant cell. They are very small or absent in animal cell. Okay, vacuoles, if we come to a cell, in the case of plant cell, animal cells mostly we cannot see any vacuole. Okay, in plant cells there is vacuole, which this thing is called as the vacuole. Understand? In plant cells, almost 50% of the plant cell is vacuole. Here, what it does? It stores. Okay, it stores all the solids and liquids like proteins, glucose, and all. What all things? Water also. What all things required by the cell? It is stored in this part. This is called as the vacuole of a cell. Again, come back. Next one is vacuoles finished. Plastids. So this is also another thing. This animal cell does not have a plastid. Two types of plastids are there: chromoplast and leucoplast. Okay, leucoplast. Chromoplast means it is colored plastics. Leucoplast means its color is white. It does not have any color. So what is the function of these plastids in these plants? Actually, this pigment called chlorophyll, you heard about chlorophyll and photosynthesis? That is present in this plastids. Okay. Functions: chloroplast are known as kitchen of the cell. In photosynthesis, you already studied about these things. Okay. The food which is prepared by the plant, it is by this chlorophyll or this chloroplast. Leucoplast or materials such as starch, oil, and protein, starch. Chromoplast, it contains what? It contains chlorophyll. And chromoplast impart colors to flowers which help in pollination. Mostly the green color of the plant is because of the chloroplast or chromoplast presence inside the plants. So these are the two plastids. The next one is mitochondria, and they are very important. Okay, mitochondria. This type cells in not cells, an organ. The shape is like this. In cell we can see. See, where is the mitochondria here? Of course, mitochondria is in both cells. Okay, these are the mitochondrions, and they are very important regarding cells. See, let's in plant cells. Where is mitochondria? See, mitochondria is present in both the cells. Okay, plant cells and in animal cell also. And mitochondria acts as the storehouse. Understand? Whatever energy we have in our body, it is being stored inside this mitochondria. Let's see what's the function, real function of mitochondria. It is known as the powerhouse. Okay, powerhouse means which supplies energy. Like electric powerhouses we heard about, isn't it? Because it gives us electric energy. At the same time, what all energy we need to do work, this mitochondrion is supplying it. And that energy is stored as ATP. Adenosine triphosphate. You must by heard that. In 10th standard also you want to study about ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So it is phosphorus form, adenosine triphosphate, just by heard it like that. Mitochondria have two membranes covering in which outer membrane is porous in nature while the inner membrane is deeply folded. Porous means it absorbs water. Okay, mitochondria's outer surface is, it will absorb the water. That means it will absorb the energy which is provided to it. And while the inner membrane is deeply folded means it will store something. It will deeply folded and it will store something. So the ATP is stored inside that. It is a double membrane structure. Outer membrane porous and inner membrane deeply folded. Okay. Okay, let's see. Next one is lysosomes. In cells we can see lysosomes. See, small sacs. Understand, like a packet. They are called as lysosomes. In plant cells also we can see where are lysosomes. Here, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Understand? These are lysosomes. And what is the purpose of these lysosomes? See, you can see that in this cell there is a lots of different organelles, isn't it? There is a nucleus in the center, there is endoplasmic reticulums here and there, and also see mitochondrions are there, and this huge area, this actually say this darkish bluish green color, that is called a cytoplasm, fluid things inside the cell. So what will happen after days, many days, what will happen to all these small organelles? It will die, isn't it? And also during osmosis or during diffusion, a lots of impurities also enters inside a cell, like bacteria, some waste particles. Am I right or not? So these are all things, when it comes inside the cell, it is a waste. Understand? If a lots of foreign materials are inside a cell, we can say that the proper function of cell won't happen. So what is the function of this lysosome? The lysosome, what it does, it will burst. Understand? It will break and it produces an enzyme. A particular type of liquid is released by this lysosome. For example, if this mitochondrion is dead, it is dead. If it is dead means it cannot function. If it is not functioning inside the cell, actually its work is over. So it is a waste material. So this lysosome, what will do? It will go here and it will break. And some liquid comes out of this lysosome and it will dissolve this waste mitochondrions. Not only mitochondrions, whatever waste materials are there inside our cell, it is being dissolved by this lysosome. Understand? That is the function of lysosome. See, that's why it is known as suicide bags. It is suiciding itself by breaking. Alright or not? It looks like a round body consists of digestive enzymes. Lysosomes act as cleaners or sweepers of the cell. It will clean the cell from the inside. When the bacteria come, when other waste particles or poisonous particles comes inside the cell, or some of the organelles present inside the cells are dead, at that time what does this lysosomes do? It will act as a suicide bag. It will go there and it will break, and a digestive enzyme is secreted from the lysosome. Okay, digestive enzyme is it's a secretion. It's a liquid which is secreted and it will digest that waste. So it is called as suicide bag. See lysosomes in this animal cell, we can see lysosomes. Okay, you must learn this structure very well. Okay, I already posted one photo in that group. Which photo is easy in textbook, or that whatever is easy for you to draw, you must practice that. It is a must question, 100%, either plant cell or animal cell, it will come for your final exam. Okay, let us see the next one. So we have something called as the Golgi apparatus. Where is it? We can see the Golgi apparatus. Have you seen? This one is the Golgi apparatus. Let's see in plant cell it is there or not. Of course, same. So this is also a common thing in plant cell and animal cell. This is the Golgi apparatus. Let us see what is the real function of Golgi apparatus. The main function of Golgi body includes the storage, modification and packing of products in vesicle. It helps in the synthesis of lysosomes. So it stores a lots of hormones, okay, not hormones, secretions, and it will store inside this Golgi body and it will supply it to the lysosomes when lysosome require those digestive juices and all. Okay, what is the next one? Okay, see, it was discovered by a scientist called Camillo Golgi. That's why it is named as after him. Okay, Golgi apparatus, Golgi body. They are located in the nerve cell as well as in every part of the cell. All cells has this Golgi apparatus or Golgi body. They are in parallel way. No doubt. See, it is parallel or not? Parallel to each other. Consists of a system of membrane bounded vesicles arranged approximately parallel to each other in stacks called misters. See, this is a vesicle, one vesicle, second vesicle, third vesicle. Okay, this together it is called as the Golgi apparatus, and it is parallel to each other and it will store some liquid which is required for these lysosomes to synthesize or to work. So next one is what? Nuclear membrane. So it is the outermost layer of the nucleus. It's nothing. Okay, it helps in exchange of material. What all things we are nucleus want and nucleus are sending outside. It is through what? The outermost layer of nucleus called as the nuclear membrane. Just like cell membrane. Okay, cell membrane. What all things the cell needed, it is been absorbed by the cell membrane. At the same time, what all things required by the nucleus is getting inside through a layer called nuclear membrane. And one more importance is that it has a particular thing called chromosomes. Understand? Chromosomes. Next we will discuss about chromosomes. Okay. Let's see where is this nuclear membrane. Can you see here? Actually, this is the one. Okay, nuclear envelope. This is the thing. In animal cell we can see where is it. Okay, nuclear envelope. Okay, see. This one, understand? This outer layer of the nucleus, not this one. Okay, not this one. Okay, this one is what? Endoplasmic reticulum. This one is endoplasmic reticulum. Nucleus means this one. Can you see this grayish violet color thing? The last layer of that. That is nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope. So let's see what? Nuclear membrane we discussed. Now is about endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, endoplasmic reticulum. Two types of reticulums are there. Okay, endoplasmic reticulums are two types. Rough endoplasmic reticulums and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough deals with protein. Smooth deals with fat. You must study that. Okay, that's very important. Rough means proteins are rough, tough, isn't it? Proteins are very tough. That way, rough endoplasmic reticulum is dealing with it. Have you seen fat? Fat is very smooth, isn't it? That's why smooth endoplasmic reticulum deals with that. Let us see. Okay, it is located around the nucleus of the cell. They are large network-like structures. See, this is endoplasmic reticulum. See how we can find rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. In the case of plant cell, it will be more clear. I will show. See. See, this is the endoplasmic reticulum. Understand? See this small dots. That is rough endoplasmic reticulum. And if it does not have that dots, it is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Understand? Here also didn't mention it properly. You must draw some dots into endoplasmic reticulum. Then it will become rough endoplasmic reticulum, which deals with protein, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which deals with fat. See, the main function of ER are detoxification of poisonous materials and exchanging of materials. Let's see. RER is the site of protein and they manufacture protein. RER. Any doubt? No. It consists of many ribosomes, and so the surface is rough, and they are named after rough endoplasmic reticulum. So RER contains protein or manufactures protein. At the same time, SER manufactures fat. So these are chromosomes. Okay, what is a chromosome? They are vehicle of genes. Okay. Let's we discuss about the last part. It is the nucleus. It's a very important organelle of the cell. It regulates all the activities of the cell. Okay, it is the most important part of a cell. It regulates all the activity, like our brain. Okay, like our human brain. Nucleus is the controller of the entire cell. Nucleolus is a part of nucleus. It is known as factory of ribosomes. So these ribosomes are produced inside this nucleolus, and it helps in the protein synthesis of the body. Just leave it. Chromosomes. So they are the vehicle of genes. These things are present inside the nucleus. It's a very important thing. That means our traditional genes. Okay, what if our father and mother, their qualities, intelligence, okay, their height, weight and all, not weight, sorry, height and all, we are getting it through this chromosomes. Okay, chromosomes. It looks like this. Understand? It looks like this. These are the chromosomes. These chromosomes, we can see these chromosomes inside a nucleus, and these chromosomes is very important for that purpose. Okay. Another chapter we are studying about this chromosome in detail next year. Okay, it's a bit difficult part. If I simply explain that now, you won't understand it. So let us conclude the chapter with that diagram. Okay, what are the okay? If you want, I will post these diagrams in the that WhatsApp group. So we have plasma membrane through which oxygen, carbon dioxide, or water is entering or going outside. Then this centriole, leave it, we don't want to study that. Okay, lysosome, what's the purpose of these lysosomes? You studied about ribosomes? Ribosomes, mostly no, I think, isn't it? Ribosomes also is not there in our textbook either. Ribosomes are there? No, mostly not. Okay, leave it. So let us conclude this plasma membrane, which makes it possible that oxygen or carbon dioxide or water will go in or go out. So next is centriole, leave it. Lysosome, suicide bag, also cleans the entire cell. Okay. Next one is ribosomes, leave it. Mitochondria, it is the powerhouse of a cell. Powerhouse means it stores what? It stores energy in the form of what? You already studied. See, adenosine triphosphate, isn't it? You want to by heard that. Okay, adenosine triphosphate, you have to by heard that. It is stored in this mitochondria. Next, rough endoplasmic reticulum produces what? Proteins. Okay, it is the manufacturer of proteins. Next one is the cytoplasm. We didn't study cytoplasm, isn't it? It's nothing. See, the entire cell inside of the cell is called as cytoplasm. It's a fluid. It gives that shape to that cell. Nucleus, the brain of the cell. Nuclear envelope, which covers or protects the nucleus, and also it allows the transfer of different chemicals into the nucleus and outside the nucleus. And this nuclear envelope or the nucleus cover of the nucleus contains that chromosomes. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum produces what? Fat. And the Golgi apparatus stores a lots of chemical which synthesize the lysosomes. Okay, that's the basic thing about cell. Two diagrams you must study it. You must study each and every word. Write it 10 times, 20 times, just write all these words. Some of them are new for you, isn't it? Not some, all of them. Mitochondria, ribosomes, chloroplast, cytoplasm. This chloroplast is only in plant cell. It is not present in animal cell. At the same time, these vacuoles are also present in plant cell, mostly absent in animal cell. The same cell wall is also only in plant cell, not in animal cells. Okay, difference between animal cell and cell wall, I will give it as a question answer. It will be easy for you to after that. Most of the other things are common. Nucleus are there, Golgi apparatus are there, nuclear wall is there, nuclear plasma membrane is there, mitochondria is there, ribosomes are there, chloroplast not there, cytoplasm is there, smooth endoplasmic reticulum is there in both, lysosomes are there in both, rough endoplasmic reticulum is there in both, chloroplast is not there in both of these cells. So that's it. That's the end of this chapter. This is the second chapter of chemistry, not chemistry, biology of the 9th standard. This is, I think, a bit not difficult. It seems difficult because it contains a lots of new words. Okay, so it contains a lots of new words. Otherwise, it's an easy chapter. Just study the functions of all these things. Finished. The chapter is finished. In textbook, it is given in detail. Okay, question answer wise, I will give notes for each part. But you must go through your textbook also. Okay, your textbook also you must go through, because some examples are given in this textbook. Okay, examples, if I simply tell in this class, there is no use. Okay, it's in simple English. If you just read, means you can understand that. And if you have any doubts, means you can post it in the WhatsApp group, or you can directly contact me. That's a simple experiments is given there in textbook. It is not practical to do it in your home. Mostly all the experiments you must do in the presence of your teacher. Just read it, you will understand it. It's not that much a big rocket science and all. Okay, it's a simple method of experiments regarding this science. Okay, so that's it. That the cell. One more time, I will just name all those things. Plasma membrane, Centriole, no need to study that. Lysosome, ribosomes, mitochondrion, rough endoplasmic reticulum, cytoplasm, nucleus, nuclear envelope, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus. In the case of plant cell, some things are new. See, rough endoplasmic reticulum, common, chloroplast only in plants, nucleus, both common, Golgi apparatus, common, nuclear envelope, common, plasma membrane, common, cell wall, only in plants, mitochondrion, common in animal cells and plant cells, ribosomes, common, chloroplast, only in plants, cytoplasm, both common, vacuoles, this one is not mentioned here, but this is vacuole. This is mostly bigger in plants, smaller in animals. Okay, some animal cells has this vacuole. Bigger in plants, smaller in animal cells. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum common, lysosome also common. Okay, rough endoplasmic reticulum also common. So that's it. That's the chapter. I think that it's a very easy chapter. Okay, today I will give the notes. Okay, today evening I will give the notes of this chapter. What you want to do? You must write it neatly into your CW science notebook. Okay, science notebook. And if it is possible, just take the photos of your finished science notebook and just post it in the, not in the WhatsApp group, post it personally. Okay, and the homework, what all things I am giving, that also you must post personally to my WhatsApp chat. Okay, that's it. Regarding any doubt of any of these organelles and parts of cell, okay, just read the textbook. Okay, that's very easily it is mentioned, and if you have any doubt means personally you can ask that. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the chapter, fundamentals of life. Fundamentals of life is nothing but what? Cell. Okay, so two important things are plant cell and animal cell. Okay, if you study both of things, it is finished. And in both have a lot of things in common. Plant cell and animal cell have a lot of things in common. Or just go through that. It will be easy for you. So this is the last time you are studying about this cell. Okay. After that, for higher studies, if you are going means in detail, you will study about all these things. Okay, all these things in details you will study in medicine and all. If you are going for biology, choosing biology as your main. So that's it. That's the end of the chapter. I hope it was an interesting chapter for you. Some of the new difficult words are there. Okay, only difficult words. The chapter is not very difficult. You just study the working of all these organelles of the cell. Okay, that's Milindra signing off from this part of the world. So, my dear kids, do one thing, stay at home, stay safe. Okay, eat good food, drink a lots of water, and maintain health and hygiene. So, we are the one who want to stand against this coronavirus. So, that's it. Goodbye and Jai Hind.